Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of TNT Footy. I'm Taz, and this is my co-host tonight, Moisty.
Hey,
How are you,
what's
mate?
going on? Yeah, good. Tassie, yourself?
Good, mate. Good. How'd you go setting things up today?
No, we've gone all right. Just bear with us if we have some technical issues. If someone can let us know if the sound's going all right, because I've first time streaming, so we'll see how we go.
We'll soon find out. G'day, Turtle. Turtle says, "Howdy, boys, at the pub for dinner with all my winnings on the punt. Go Pies!" And currently LOLing at Todd tipping Melbourne. I
Yes,
tipped
yes,
Melbourne as
yeah.
well.
I went the wrong way. I went the wrong way, but I did tip North. None of you folks tipped North, so
This is
got
true.
one
This
up.
is
I
very
told you
true.
this was the week. Oh, this was Moisty's roughie. So this was the week. Harley read out. I said they were home.
Yeah, that's huge. That's
It was the one they had to win. If they didn't win this, I don't think they win another one.
I didn't realize Kelly was out as well.
Yeah, I
Um,
thought Waterman was as well, but he got up.
Waterman, yeah, he did, he did. It was good. I loved it. We'll touch on that game soon.
Yep.
But look, before we get into the games, it's probably just a bit of a quick show tonight. We're expecting Eggy to join at some stage. If he gets on, he actually went to the Collingwood game today, so we'll see if he makes it or not.
Yeah, he was there and I worked today, so we had a bit of a delay on getting the show running. So
That's
I
all right.
didn't have time to get Moisty's minute done, and I don't think has he got his viewers' questions in either.
No, I've been crooked, so I've kind of been out of action for the last week and a bit. Unfortunately, that's why I haven't really been on socials or anything either. But back in action now.
Back and good to go.
Absolutely. All right, mate. Before we get into the games, for those that haven't already, please don't forget to hit the little alarm bell for the notification on this YouTube video, and also hit subscribe. We would love it. Howdy, boys. Hawks are coming. Yes, they are.
They are
Howdy.
coming. They are coming very hard, and I think anyone who's written them off for finals, look out because they're charging.
Absolutely. People were saying they were going backwards, but we'll touch on them. We'll touch on
We'll
them.
touch on them.
All right, we'll start with the first game of the week, which was last Thursday. Adelaide and Richmond. Now, this was a shock to me.
It was a very. I think we all expected it to come at some point with the injuries Richmond have, and they got enough back that this week their pressure was insane, the
Yep.
tackle pressure was insane, and I think they got enough and few players back that they needed to get them over the line.
I still think the move of putting Bolter down back has been perfect. They need him as a defender.
Yep, he was killing it forward as well though, but he can play both.
He was, but they've got a couple of other blokes up forward now that are starting to sort of hold their own a little bit.
Yeah, which they were
Some of the
missing,
young
and when
guys.
Lynch comes back, it'll be even better. I think.
Could be this week.
Yeah, I've heard he's due.
Yeah. So him coming back this week with for Dusty's 300th. So that's a big game.
A big game. I think they can get a gun too. But Adelaide's sort of fallen over. They're just giving up.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
They've got the players. I just don't understand why it's not clicking. Is it the pressure from preseason? Do you think?
I couldn't tell you either. I think like Tex is their leader, and he's sort of one of the leaders, and he's sort of out of form and not performing. And then Rankin going down, I think hurt them because he was starting to really shine in that midfield.
Yep. What do you think about Rochelle's comments last week?
Oh, I didn't see him. What were they?
No, basically he come out saying that he was going to question the coaches to get a bit more of an idea of what his role is because he didn't get many midfield minutes last week, the previous week.
Oh, I got you. So he reckons he's a midfielder.
Yeah, not sure he should be saying that to the media though.
Nick is gone 100%. I don't
What's that?
understand that turtle. He's just gone. Nick's is gone 100%.
Oh, the coach, Nix.
Oh, Nick's, yeah, got you.
Didn't he just sign an extension
No,
though?
I think he's all right. He's going all right. I think they've still got a young group, and they're sort of in a bit of a lull. But I think he's still got
Yeah,
another season left in him to really let us know how he goes.
I think so. I'm not. Yeah, I think they'll give him another year still. I mean, if blokes like Bevo can still hang around this long, then surely Nix has got a chance.
Yeah, you would think so. I
Right?
think if Bevo's still fucking along there.
Artie's got here. Buck chopsticks 300. It's Sis's 50th. We're coming to spoil the Tigers' party. Sicily only played 50 games.
Oh, it must be 250. Sicily can't have only played 50 games.
No, you talk about Sicily, Artie? Surely it's more than 50,
Can't be.
unless it's the 50th suspension.
Yeah, that'd be close. Oh, well, we'll move on anyway because this game was it was a good game though. It was actually a good Thursday night game. Still, we're running out of Thursdays. I think there's only about two more.
Yeah, it's disappointing. Very disappointing. Because the Friday night game was not ideal.
No,
Brisbane
pretty
versus
average as
Western
well.
Bulldogs.
That one was very average because I think the Bulldogs. I don't know. Just don't know. They look electric some games and then they do this.
Yeah, they're hot and cold, and we've said it the whole year. Oh, CJ, he meant CJ's 50th
Ah, CJ, gotcha.
defender. Um, yeah, they're one of those really frustrating teams.
Yeah. Or
They
as a certain lady are calling Chol.
Underwood,
I wasn't gonna say her name out there, Tessie, but
bloody worst commentator. Anyway, like seriously,
yeah.
seriously. Um, you've just thrown me right
It's
off
thrown you. I thought I'd get that in there while we had CJ on the mind.
Lockie Neal was sensational. I think he finished with 30,
Always is Neil
high
though.
30s, high 30s touches. Adam Treloar's been outstanding for the Dogs over the past sort of 6 to 8 weeks,
Yep.
racking up over 30 disposals
Yeah, we got
consistent
30, and I think there's 2 goals and 38 touches from Neil. If I remember.
from Neal. Yeah, that's massive. That is massive.
Yeah, big game.
Yeah, yeah. And I heard that McCluggage signed a long-term deal last week, so he's off the target, off the market.
If you've been watching this, nearly every. The only one left on that list is Cam Zerhalf worth anything. Everyone else is re-signed.
Really, every single one.
Not everyone, but McCluggage was the big target. Then you had Sydney's Haywood, he's
Yep.
re-signed. Then you've got uh, Bulldogs.
Me being crook doesn't help because I haven't been keeping up to
I
date.
haven't get it, but Bulldogs forward Ugle Hagen, he's re-signed. So every pretty much big free agent this year has re-signed.
Wow, that's good. I mean, that
Yeah.
shows a lot for loyalty.
Well, all the ones that were getting chased hard anyway. I mean, Cam Zerha still is. He's still a free agent. But
Do you think
the
he'll
top
leave?
three of... Oh, I honestly do.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think he
he's
will.
gone.
Unless you guys can seriously turn it around somehow.
Yeah, well,
I
he
don't.
wants to win, but I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
where he's going to go, though. I don't know who's going to offer him the money he reckons he deserves either.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, you just don't know. Like, he's a very good player, but he's also um, inconsistent. But that
Yeah,
could be again because of
it
the
could be the team he's playing in as well. The opportunities he's
exactly
getting. Anyway, we're getting off topic here, mate. We're Bulldogs Brisbane game. Terrible game.
Bulldogs. Yeah. Oh no, because I haven't got two screens. I'm using a tablet next to me. This is so awkward.
I thought it'd be me buggering up tonight, but I've managed to get all right. I've seen the little thing pop up down the bottom of my screen a couple of times, but other than that,
What's that? What's popping up?
what's it like when you highlight over it, it puts the meeting.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
I keep buggering up and putting the mouse too far to the left, but that's what Eggy gets for leaving us start the show without him.
we have said we're not the tech guys.
No, that's it. We're definitely not the tech guys. Next game.
Just quickly, just on that game, it was good to see Tomlin Brittore back after his concussion as well.
Yes, and he actually had a cracker too, I believe.
Yeah. It's a bit quiet compared to his normal standards, but
yeah, but he's just coming back in.
Still good, 23 odd touches or whatever it was. So that was good. Sorry, mate. Back to what you were saying. Next game.
All right. So then we've got Hawthorn defeating GWS. Now I nearly tipped them more because it was in Tasmania, but I just didn't think it had happened. But Hawthorn flying.
Mate, what is going on with GWS?
Oh, I don't know. I think they played all right too. I think this was more Hawthorn were just better.
Yeah, Hawthorn have got this. They're playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, I think, at the moment.
Well, it's young kids. When young kids get a bit of confidence behind them. This is what I thought had happened in North. We get one or two, string them together, and then you go on a tear because confidence is big for young kids.
That is true. That is very true. It's it's great to see though. But they've
No,
also recruited well, like D'Ambrosio, and I did say that Chol would be a good pickup for them. He's turned out to be quite good. I think he ended up kicking a couple of goals
yeah,
on
no, he's been good target for them forward.
absolutely.
Oh, what do I
Hey,
do?
here he is.
Ah, he's jumped in. Don't know how to put him down the bottom. Sorry, I'm tech. Oh, there we go. I got him.
It's all right. We'll keep talking while he's trying
Yeah, well,
to.
he's trying to get in.
I'm in now.
He's in.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, fresh from the pies. How'd they go?
Fresh from the pies. They went well. They went
They
pretty
went
good.
well.
They dominated, actually. Really, to be honest, I didn't have any worry really watching the
No
game.
worry at all.
No, it didn't feel
Pretty
like
cruisy.
it. It was.
It was a very one-sided affair.
Yeah, it was.
I was too
It's
busy
just-
trying to learn how to do this. I missed the whole game.
But that's all right. Just catch up on chat here. Turtle Scott. Anyone that thought Bulldogs would win didn't watch this week's game.
Last week's game.
Last week's game. Sorry, I thought Dogs were going to win. I did tip them because
I thought they would win too. Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought
they
they
were gonna
needed
win.
to win, but
yeah. And then Jolie, welcome, mate. He said hello. Welcome to the
Welcome.
stream. And Carlton Flagger, sorry I'm late, guys. No need to apologise,
No,
mate.
no need
that's
at
right.
all.
I'm late too, so I'm just.
Yeah.
I was gonna
He's just rocked up.
You still got here before him. So, Eggy said just to catch up, we haven't got Moisty's minute. We haven't got viewers' questions. We're just going to run through the games basically because we didn't want to try and stuff around too much. Have you got a deep?
Yeah. It should be in the schedule there. You should see it. Yeah.
I've only got one monitor, so I'm very limited
And
to
my
what I can
monitor's
see.
looking after the stream so I don't bugger it up. I've just got one as well.
All good. All good.
All right. Well, then we've got probably the game of the round, boys. How exciting was this?
Which one was that one? Is that the Sydney one?
No, West Coast versus North Melbourne.
Oh, okay.
We finally
got
okay.
Hang on, we haven't finished the GWS game yet.
Oh,
What
I
are you
thought we
talking
don't.
about?
All right, I'm just getting excited, boys. Just getting excited.
What does this say about Giants? Like, are they still a top 8? Because we were talking about them. It was an All Sydney Grand Final early in the
We
season.
We
were,
were,
yeah,
yeah.
just-
I still think that they're going to bounce back. I reckon.
I think they make it, but they need to bounce back soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really do. Because I think where are they now? They'd be sitting outside the 8.
I think they're still in.
just in.
Yeah.
Just in, are they? Okay.
Just
I
on the
suppose
edge.
it is a tight league. But
Yeah,
yeah,
they are. They're 8. They're 8.
they're 8, so they're just inside.
Just
at the moment.
inside.
Where are Hawks? Hawks are up to like 10th now, I think.
12.
Yeah, they're
12.
only a couple of games out though.
They're only one game out
One
because
game out.
GWS are on 28 and Hawks are on 24
Yeah,
with,
so
with the Western
Artie.
Bulldogs.
their percent though, their percent's going to let them down in the
Yeah.
For
So
now.
yeah,
For now, but
for now.
Artie, get excited.
get even more excited, Artie, because that's what I'm deep diving in. The Hawks,
Are we?
the Hawks run
Beautiful.
home. That's what we're
Well,
talking about.
We'll
Oh,
leave that to go
beautiful.
then.
All right. But yeah, GWS, I don't even think they're missing that many players. Like, they're
No,
just
but their
not.
players aren't performing. So your Toby
Not at all.
Greens, your Hogans now, they're all just Tom Greens just off a step.
Oh,
Yeah,
mate,
like
Tom
they're
Green's
opposite.
killing me in Supercoach.
Is he? Yeah, he just looks like he's missing a bit.
It's frustrating. But hopefully they can bounce back and play the footy that we know that they can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An all Sydney grand final would be good because those two quick pace.
I disagree.
I
Quick
disagree
pacing,
too.
electric football,
I
those
think
two teams.
an all Melbourne grand final of Carlton Collingwood would be better.
It's been done. I don't think any of you
But
two have beaten Sydney.
I think it's a lock that Sydney go in
Yeah.
after this
Sydney's
weekend.
got to play one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sydney's
Unless
going to be.
Sydney get 2 of the 3 in the midfield injured. I think 2 of them carry against any other team, so they need.
Yeah.
But I don't even think that they need to leave Sydney much over the last 10 rounds or something. I think they only leave like 5 times.
Yeah, well, they've done all their travel.
That's what I mean. And then if they finish top of the ladder, they'll get a home final. Then 2 home finals if they win that final.
But I've been
they won't-
saying for 4 or 5 years that the only thing Sydney have needed is a ruck, and then Melbourne go, here's an Australian ruck on a platter. We'll give you half your salary. You can just have him.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
It's put them
Stupid.
miles above any other club, I think.
We'll get to their game, but what were you saying about the next one?
Yeah, the game of the round here, boys. I was having an absolute heart attack when one was on in that
Oh,
last
that last
quarter.
quarter.
I nearly died when they hit the front. I actually wasn't throwing stuff, but my brother's trying to talk about. Shut up, Thomas, put it just full going off at him, but we got to win, boys. We finally got one.
Yeah, I was getting worried too. I'm like watching. I'm like, geez, I'm gonna bet my tip's about to go 0 from 4 here, but luckily they got up.
They got up. Yeah,
Yeah.
It
it
was
was
good.
West Coast
They,
kicking that let them down, though.
they definitely missed Harley Reid as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
First
that
year
was
player,
the joke. No Reed, no West Coast.
Yeah.
but it's seriously looking that way.
Yeah.
That's the scary thing.
Well,
For North Melbourne, Zach Fisher is tearing it up now that Sheafield's gone on ball.
now he's gone on ball. He's a man back there, but they also won it out the midfield. So they had no hard bodies in the midfield. West the North Melbourne dominated the game.
Yeah,
Harley
no
Reid
Kelly.
in there would have been a stronger body, but
Tim Kelly.
LDU was just bang. Simpkin looked dynamic. I know we've been off Simpkin. He looked dynamic this game.
He was playing purely on ball though, wasn't he?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
but looked dynamic. Looked
That's
the
the
best I've
Simpson that
seen
we
him.
like.
Simpkin.
Simpkin, sorry. What did I say? Simpson.
That's the coach in the box. But no,
It
he
is, yeah.
looks dynamic, Simpkin.
Which is what you need. You guys need Simpkin to actually stand up and be a leader. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's one of the older guys on the list, and he's not that old.
No, he's 27, I think, or 26.
Yeah.
He's a senior player. He's the captain. So
Georgie Wardlaw played well. Charlie Combin down back, he's going to be a genuine jet.
he's been playing well for a while. If he could qualify for the Rising Star, I think he'd be right up there.
Yeah, definitely. Kelso's just got here. How's it going, lads? Good, mate.
Hey,
Good.
very
How's it
well,
going up there in Sydney? We had a public holiday down here, my friends.
He did too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Does Sydney
King's
have one?
birthday, do they do it everywhere on the same day?
Yeah. Because they had the NRL game up there, so I assume they had the day off.
Yeah, beautiful. That'd be
Obviously, him working in the defense force might not get a day off, but
that is true.
I
That is
walk in the
very
egg
true.
market. I didn't get a day off, so
oh,
that's a lot of us.
Question: Jeremy McGovern, is he turning back to flock or what? He's he's having an outstanding season.
At West Coast,
Yeah,
I'm liking him. They've got a lot of people standing up, which is why they're competing a lot.
Yeah.
Like that loss would have hurt them though, because it's a bad loss for them.
they would have expected to win that game at home against the worst team in the comp. They expect to win that game.
Yeah.
I think they're still going to play him again yet, and that's going to be in Tassie, isn't it?
I don't see him beating him in Tassie.
Nah.
Who, West Coast?
Yeah.
Yeah, they won't beat us down there. I think
So-
we'll get the confidence. I think we'll go 0-2 against them.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
North Melbourne might be a stiff next week.
Who we got next week? I haven't even had a look.
Pies are telling me at the game, but I think
Oh,
Nick-
Pies,
Nick-
look out,
Nick-
$7.
Nick-
Jump on it.
Nick Dacos went off with a sore ankle, so I wouldn't be surprised if he got rested.
Gets rested,
that-
yeah.
There goes our midfield. This is our last player out of midfield.
Last midfielder.
What you get? When's Pendlebury and DeGoey due back?
I said I was not till after the bye.
Yeah.
So 2
I
weeks.
think they'll
Yeah.
rest them all till the bye. It was
Does-
coming up on
does-
North. They'll put twos in there, and
Well, McRae and that'll get they've been playing pretty well. Sullivan and McRae on ball. I think this will be fine.
Yeah, no, they're doing pretty good. Actually, I really like Harvey Harrison. It did get a bit sloppy there in the last quarter, but yeah,
He looked good.
he
looked very
does
good.
look good.
I
Just
wouldn't
catch up
know.
on
I
chat.
was too busy
Yeah,
setting up the stream.
Kelso did say yes, they did have a public holiday. Turtle says Combin has 3 hands. That's unfair. I did see that post, that photo. I do not understand it.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
I've seen it because there's someone behind them because you can see the double elbow
Gotcha.
under one of them as well. So
That makes sense then.
Yeah.
And then Turtle's got here. McGovern is playing well, but the ball goes down there.
80% of the
Down to him
85% of
80%.
the time. Yeah.
Yeah, so you expect it. But no, he's not being injured this season either. Without trying to mock him, he's been good.
So you nearly
Next
did make me
game-
here because I had a heart attack for that game. That was a shocking end to that game. But
The next game, I was really disappointed that this was prime time on a Saturday night.
Saints are fucking.
we're getting that.
They're depressing to watch. No
We are
offense.
They are
getting that, but
horrendous.
this was also the most controversial game of the round because the umpires have come out and said they got it wrong
Absolutely, they did. 100% they did.
and should not have given that free kick. But normally they die with the sword.
Occasionally they'll come out and admit
But
they're wrong.
this one they've come out and apologised to Gold Coast and said they were wrong.
So they should, because Gold Coast should have won the game.
Well, it doesn't help Gold Coast now, does it?
No, it doesn't. Yeah, it was a shit game.
Mate, we watched this because we were at Danny's. We watched the two double headers, and I think I was falling asleep during this one.
Yeah, it was really poor, especially after the finish of West Coast. West Coast and North. That was a pretty good game considering, two lower teams.
No, the skills were pretty average, but the
That was
excitement
still
was
better
there.
than this game.
Yeah.
This game really was shit.
I don't know. I know we can't have like Collingwood Carlton or Essendon Collingwood but when you're drafting the season, Gold Coast St Kilda was never going to be a prime time game. It had never
Swap them
been
with
there.
Sydney.
Yeah,
The Sydney Geelong game was pretty good.
on the next day. Or you knew North Melbourne West Coast was going to be a good game because they're both bottom. I would have been happy if you swapped those two games around.
Yeah, true. That is absolutely. Turtle's got here Gold Coast 100% robbed. Artie has Gold Coast take a few steps forward, then take 20 back. I don't know if this was a step back though, because St Kilda are very hard to play against, and Suns really struggle to win away from home. But inside the club, I would be calling this a win internally because of the controversy at the end.
Yeah, but still, the way St Kilda's been playing, they should have won this easily.
They should have, but St Kilda just stifled. They didn't give them any room to move at all and get their game going.
So what's the difference? I really don't understand it, but there must be something going wrong with their travel plans if they can be so electric at home. They've beaten some teams at home, and then they come down here and can't win anything.
Humidity.
I don't understand it though. Yeah, but I don't know.
No, I
don't
agree.
Understand it.
I do agree with you.
I don't understand how North Melbourne can go over to West Coast and beat a West Coast that's going all right, but Gold Coast, who are flying at home, can't win away from home.
What do you guys think in chat?
Could be the heat too, because I noticed when I was up there last week, it's like 24, 23 degrees during the day, and that it's quite nice. And that you come down here, it probably takes you 2 or 3 quarters, 1 or 2 quarters just to warm up, just to get up.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be better for you?
Yeah, well, I think it takes you more time to get going, and by the time you get going, you're already 4 or 5 goals behind.
Yeah, gotcha. But
so is there something wrong with their preparation game day?
That could be it. Yeah,
to not be warm enough by the time they hit the field. Maybe. Yeah, we're just throwing out ideas.
Just throwing ideas. I just don't know.
Get them in the sauna pre-game, you reckon? Get them warmed up.
Try something. I don't know. Go to St Kilda Beach, make them real cold, and then it'll feel like summer.
It'll feel like summer.
I don't know.
But St Kilda's had 3 or 4 primetime Saturdays or Friday night games, and until they change their game style, I think the AFL should look into that.
The problem is St Kilda can play fast, dynamic football. We've seen it in patches, but Ross just doesn't let them.
Doesn't let them go here. And
because they can, and they've got the team to do it.
Well, they recruited speed too, but we never see speed on the ball, but that's what they went out and recruited.
Yeah. I was really impressed by Paddy Dow's game. I know I'm biased because he came from Carlton, but I love what he brings to St Kilda. His inside contested centre clearance and stoppage clearance work is really going to benefit them long term.
Yep.
Definitely. But Sam Flanders finished on 42 touches. I think he was on 26.
Yeah, but they reckon that was the most useless 42 touches anyone's ever seen.
Yeah, it was. There was a few rack up a fair few possessions. Let me have a look here. So we got.
But they were playing kick to kick in the back line because St Kilda were well positioned. But normally, Suns are running through the middle, running and gunning, which we didn't see.
Turtle's got here. St Kilda will never be a top team playing low scoring games. 100%. And that's why Fremantle change it up.
And that's, I think, you can't go deep because you don't put teams away. If that was, if you're off for like the next game, we'll say Sydney were off, but they turned it on in that second quarter and they were back in the game in a click.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
if St Kilda put 10 goals on Gold Coast, they just demoralised. Like, you need to do what Sydney did, just bang.
Correct. Let's move to that game actually, because there's
Yeah.
really not much more to say about St Kilda and Gold Coast. But Carlton Flaggers here has intriguing. Well,
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what's happening with their travelling, but someone's got to look into it.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. This next game makes, we say it every week. Sydney's midfield could be the All Australian midfield,
Yeah.
except for like not including Grundy because I think Gawn's having a better year.
Yeah.
But you've got Warner, Goulden, and Heaney. As if that's not going to be the starting mid and wing.
And their scoring midfielders. This is what's so impressive. They've kicked 48 goals for the season. These three midfielders.
Massive.
48 goals out of your midfield is insane at this point in the season.
Well, they're all kicking at least one a game at the moment.
Yeah. And
At least.
you could tell they were off the bye at the start of the game. They gave away 6 goals, but then, I don't know, they just flicked the switch. And I said in there,
you say that, but I reckon they were just trying to challenge themselves.
you reckon they just give themselves a start?
I reckon they were gonna start at the half time mark, but then they went back and they thought it got a bit out of hand. 10 minutes into the second quarter, then we might put the pedal on.
But they
Like, all right, we better do something now.
I don't know. It was just like a switch though. It's just like bang, we're here, we're ready to play now, and you can't let them back in the game. I said this live in the chat. I said you can't let Sydney get a run on, and then next minutes they've kicked 6 in a row.
I feel bad for doing the early crow first quarter.
You guys called Geelong home.
Yeah.
Called Geelong home.
Yeah, absolutely.
By the second quarter, Geelong were never winning this.
No.
No, by the end of the second quarter, Sydney were only a goal behind. I was like,
Yeah,
Jesus.
and they were all over them.
Yeah.
So it was something like Geelong kicked 3 more goals for the game, and Sydney kicked 16 from that point. After the first 6 goals were kicked, it was 16-3.
Well, Sydney had 32 scoring shots and Geelong had 22.
Yeah.
They've had 10 more. That's huge.
Yeah.
That is huge. But a few warning bells for Geelong now.
I
They're
don't
not
know if
playing
you can
anywhere.
take that game as a warning bell, though. I don't
Yeah, I
think
know. I think
anyone's
they-
getting with 30 of Sydney.
Yeah, because I think they come in, they had their game plan. I think Sydney woke up to it, knew what to do to overcome it, and they just put them to bed.
So Horse has got to be coach of the year at this stage.
Yeah, it's just...
Has to be.
I'll harp on this, but Melbourne, what are you doing? You've cost the rest of the competition probably 3 flags over the next 3 years. Give him Grundy. Grundy for nothing. Bag of
pretty
potato
much.
chips. You're paying him to play up there and dominate everyone in the comp.
Yeah, but they've also picked up Jordan from Melbourne.
Yeah, probably
And
best
he's-
tagger going around at the moment.
Definitely up there. And Taylor Adams is also contributing, and he's been quite injury free.
And you don't hear because of the other 3, do you? You just don't hear
That's
about
right.
Adams. But
But Parker can't get a run.
I don't. Yeah,
I know he's suspended, but he can't break into the midfield.
You're
Where do
not
you
going
put
to
him?
put him in that midfield yet. You'd have
Where are
to
you gonna
throw
put Mills?
forward, but then you can't take Papley out. You can't take Haywood out. You can't take.
But Parker's not nowhere near as good a forward as what they are either.
No, that's it. Gonna be
And then
hard
you've
for him
still
to
got
crack in.
the captain in Mills to come back. He's going to have to play off half back.
Yeah, but then
I think he
Matt-
started playing off halfback anyway.
imagine Parker coming in as a sub though. Imagine bringing him in halfway through the game if you needed to, or someone got injured.
But
Yeah,
they've got
geez.
their super sub, Campbell. Is it Campbell?
Oh, Braden Campbell.
Randall Campbell's their super sub, dynamic left footer. He comes on every week and just changes the game when he comes on.
He does, except he only had 2 touches on the against Geelong.
That's all right. He had 2, I think it was 2 score assists too. But he got subbed on with 4 minutes to go, I think, or 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I really don't see anyone beating Sydney at this stage unless they get some injuries. And I mean, it'll take a lot of injury to
But-
them. It's going to be a couple.
You lose 3 of those midfielders. They've got 3 midfielders to bring in.
That's what I mean. It's
You're
going to
gonna
take
have
a
to lose like 5,
number.
6, 7 players out of that, and still might not be enough.
Yeah, they bat deep. The only part of the ground they don't really bat deep is their defence.
No, but they've been defence struggling all year. They've had injury after injury after injury in their defence
Yeah.
this year, and they've just found people just to plug the holes until they come back.
But it's also because their midfield pushes both ways. They're
Yeah.
not just attacking midfielders. Yes, they're getting on the scoreboard. Yes, they're getting plenty of disposals, but they actually get back to help the defence.
And Goulden's probably the perfect example of that because he's taking a kick off halfback. Next minute, he's kicking a goal. They win, the clearance goes forward, kick a point, it goes coast to coast. Goulden's there on the last line taking a mark, and he's just running length to length, and he doesn't take breaks.
He's a true winger.
Yeah.
True winger. Absolutely. Absolutely. Geelong, Max Holmes is starting to really step up and stamp his authority on the competition
He's probably
now.
their best player, I'd say.
Yeah.
He is at the moment. Jeremy Cameron, I think he had a pretty good game.
I don't know what they're trying. They've got him on a wing. Now, I think he
Is that
plays his
reasonable?
best. Yeah, I think he plays his best football when he starts forward and then rotates up, not starting on a wing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He started on a wing on the weekend a couple of times, and I thought it's odd. Because if you clear it out of the centre, he's not where he should be to score.
He doesn't know how to play midfield. Maybe they're just trying to add that string to his bow, but
Yeah.
because they've got Ollie Henry, Tom Hawkins. Tom Hawkins hasn't been in great form either. Even Tom Stewart. Teams have woken up to tag him off halfback.
Well, that's who Jordan played on.
Is it? Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
Jordan
go.
played on Stewart and shut him down.
Yeah. So it's, yeah, I mean, I think Dangerfield comes back in a week or two, maybe.
Yeah, you can't rely
So-
on him to fix all the problems, though.
oh, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. But what can they do?
Yeah, I don't know. But this game's, I think Sydney's now just a dead set throwaway. You can't, if you lose to Sydney, you're expected to lose to Sydney if you compete. I don't know how Richmond did it. I don't know what happened. I think Sydney
Richmond
had a lot of internal and at
That's what I
that
was about
time.
to say.
They got him at a
They had
great
some
time.
internal issues going on, and Richmond hit him at the right time.
I wonder how many coaches have gone back and watched that game.
Yeah, but it wasn't
Wow.
Richmond. I was at that game. It wasn't Richmond. It was Swans missing. Like
Yeah,
these
correct.
these players are probably they had the best kicking team in the competition, and I reckon they had, I'd say, high 40 clangers that game. We were watching it just sail over. But if you look at Sydney, they've got the best kicking efficiency in the league. And they're dynamic. Most of them are left footers and dynamic.
It's so quick. So quick. Artie's got here soft belly like a bag of nuts, Geelong. Soft draw. AFL's love child that fails. He hates Geelong more than
Well,
anything.
that's because Geelong
Yeah.
Hawthorn got that rivalry from.
I don't like Geelong that much either, to be honest. But
Like, yeah, from what 2008 to 2015, there was a few there that Geelong sort of got over them. And then there's the Easter Monday clash. They always come against each other.
yeah, that is true. That is true, and it's usually a pretty good game, no matter
Yeah.
where the teams are on the ladder.
Yeah.
Geelong, I think after the bye, I've got Carlton as well. So,
Yeah, so that'll be a better test. And the bye curse is gone because North won after the bye and Sydney won after the bye. So both
It did.
teams coming off a bye have had wins.
they did. I wonder if it's going to be the opposite
Yeah.
this year.
See.
All right, moving on.
Next game, we've got your
The Guy
boys
Cup.
up against Essendon. Yes, the boys played against each other, and
Yeah,
one got injured,
finally.
I believe. I think an elbow
Yeah,
to the
Harry.
face.
Yeah.
Ben landed on his head. But Harry got the first goal. They weren't really involved in the game too much.
No.
Yeah, it was an okay game. I thought the first half was umpired really, really well. I do. I thought the third quarter was a bit ordinary from the umpires, but Essendon, they had all the pressure. They were really pressing Carlton. They had so many inside 50s. They just couldn't convert.
I
Yeah.
think, everyone I talked to said, the true Essendon's shown its colours here, but I think Essendon proved to us that they are a contender with this game.
Yeah,
They kick
'cause
straight,
they
they
had-
win the game.
It
That's
depends
correct.
though, because Carlton last year, or even the year before, when we weren't really that good, we were getting 60 to 70 inside 50s a week, kicking inaccurately, and people were still saying that, we were better than what we were at that time.
I've really woken up to Essendon. I think they're coming. They won't win it this year. I think they'll win a final this year. But I think this says more even if Carlton play poor, Essendon showed they can compete. They kick straight, they win this game. They
Yeah.
had all the pressure in that
Definitely.
third. They had all the pressure in the fourth until they couldn't win the game, and then they shut up. I thought they were going to run over them, and then they just kept missing.
From Carlton's side, and I am biased, we know this. From Carlton's side as well, it seemed like they would just hit the front and then take the foot off the pedal. They didn't have the foot on the throat. I
They
don't know
weren't
whether they
going.
were trying to not win the game or what the go was. And Sam Walsh only played 90 minutes. Usually he's up around the 110, 115. So just something to watch there as well.
I think we've found that the last couple of weeks with Carlton, they've sort of started defending leads instead of winning.
Is it to just because of the stage of the season we're at?
I don't know though, but you should be priming now. Not priming, but you shouldn't be changing your game style to a defensive game style. When at one point I think they were 20, 30 points up, and then just played kick to kick down the wing instead of putting the throat on them.
Oh, mate, when there was 13 minutes left in the fourth quarter and we were up, we turned into defensive mode straight away. And that's when Essendon got a bit of a run on.
Yeah.
As soon as they got a bit of a run on, we just flicked the switch again and kicked a few more goals. Like, it was really bizarre.
Which you shouldn't be doing. You should.
That's right.
And this is what I brought. Sydney wouldn't do that.
Yeah, correct.
The dominator of the comp would beat you by 100 before trying to hold a 20-point lead.
Absolutely.
Oh, well, we saw that last year. Who'd they play? Was it West Coast last year? And they put 200 points on them.
Well, that's it. And they pushed hard to get that 200 points. There was about 2 minutes left, and they were still fighting. They wanted that 200 points.
Which I think sets the right culture.
Yeah.
It really does. But just catch up on chat here. Turtle's got here. Essendon is not a contender. 100% they will struggle to make the 8. I'm with Turtle on that one. And then
I don't think they'll struggle to make the 8. I think they finish top 4.
Flaggers couldn't watch all the game, but it was clear we scored well from turnovers. Yeah, so we're trying to work on our turnover game because that's how you win a premiership. That's something Sydney do really well too. No, I'm still not sold on Essendon. I'm sorry, Dunning, if you're watching. I'm really sorry. I'm just not sold.
I think this is their best chance because of the closeness of the season. So there's teams like Melbourne, Bulldogs, Collingwood shitting the bed.
They also haven't versed a team in the 8 and beaten them.
No, but they did draw.
Collingwood wasn't in the 8 at that time.
Yeah.
Weren't they? Oh, well, they're in the 8
now.
But if you want to look at that, Sydney hasn't beaten anyone above them either.
Yeah, but they're first on the bloody ladder.
Everyone has been below them.
Carlton have versed 4 teams that have been sitting in first position on the ladder, and I think 5 or 6 teams that have been in the top 8 in the first however many rounds they've been. So it's been pretty tough.
Yeah.
Oh, they do have a tough draw home, but that's what you want coming into finals, I think. I'd rather have a tougher draw getting into finals than have a easy draw and just cruise into finals.
Yeah.
I think from round 18 onwards, we've got a pretty, according to ladder position, a pretty easy draw.
Yeah.
It's
so you
the
might
first
get
few weeks
complacent. That's the problem you don't want. You don't want to be complacent going into finals.
Yeah, correct. But no, I'm still not sold on this. And Eggy, what about you?
Yeah, I'm not sold on Essendon either. No.
Well, time will tell.
Yeah, time will tell. I'm looking at the Sydney Carlton grand final. I think Carlton's win last night was pretty good. Yeah, they continue just to get over the hill. Because they've still got a couple of outs too, haven't they?
Yeah, we should have Chera and Martin to come back in.
Yeah, I like watching Chera. I like he's a good player.
Yeah, and McGovern should be okay after the bye, and Mackay should be okay after the bye.
Who was the one? Who was the one that's out for the season now? Was that Walsh? No, not Walsh. Who was it? One that did the ACL. I can't remember who it was.
Oh, Doherty.
Doherty, that's the one.
Doherty, yeah. He's a big one. But anyway, next game.
Yeah, your boys. Let you go, Egg, because you were at this game.
I was at the game. Got back. I think Melbourne's shots on goal hurt them. I think they hit 2 posters right at the start, which they're very
by the look of it, it was 14-5 to 16-15, so they had more shots at goal.
They had more shots at goal, but come off 38 points down. So
Now,
that's
now
what
in the
happened.
Essendon Carlton game, it wasn't really pressure. It was Essendon missing. Was there pressure in this one, or was it?
Oh, there's a lot of pressure. Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
lot of
so it was
yeah.
Collingwood pressuring them to miss.
Yeah, yeah, like some of this, like it was some bad shots, but
There
yeah,
was some
there
good
was
play though.
yeah, and there was like Collingwood's defense really stood up. They impressed me.
Yeah.
But yeah, but they lost Petrarca late in the first, and he come back in the second for a bit. I'm not sure if
Should not have come back on.
and then at half time he didn't come back after half
No,
time, did he?
he got sent to hospital, I think, at half time.
Yeah,
He shouldn't have been
Should
back
not
on
have
there.
come back on. Should not have come back on. Like the cameras were on him, and you could actually see the pain in his eyes. He was
Yeah.
in so much.
because I missed it, and then I just saw the messages like truck's gone off, and then I saw him come back out of the sheds, and he's running up and down the field warming up. So I was like, oh, it looks like he's good to go.
Yeah, no, he shook his head, and then they still sent him back on, and
Yeah,
you could tell he
yeah.
didn't really want to. And he was a liability. Like he wasn't going hard at all. He wasn't.
Nah.
He was trying to avoid contact at all costs. You can't have someone on the field like that. So I think
Well, you can't, but you also can't put it in up to him either because he's going to say he's fit. Most
Correct.
of them will. No, I'm good to go. I'm good to go. You've got to see, and you've got to think to the future. Like you might lose him. I don't know what the injury is, but
broken ribs.
So that's you can't really make them worse. So
No, but if it, you had to be careful if it was puncturing his lung or
Yeah.
anything. Well, like you got to be so careful with ribs. And I feel like coaches have a bit of a duty of care, or clubs have a duty of care for their players. But sorry, Iggy, I just wanted to talk about Petrarca for a little bit because I thought it was a bit ordinary what Melbourne did.
Yep. Nah, but yeah, there was a lot of booing actually. Yeah, it's obviously for Braden Maynard, we know why that is.
Yeah.
Because Angus Brayshaw, I was about to say Andrew Brayshaw, that's the wrong one. Yeah, because Angus Brayshaw, and then later on having to retire. I did see for Kruger. Do you know why they were booing Kruger?
No, that's not booing. It's similar to what they used to do for Cruiser for Carlton. Yes.
Ah, okay.
So I was like Crew, like KR,
Yeah.
U or whatever it is. It's strange, but
you could hear it on the telly that it was Crew.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And then they were booing Collingwoods were booing May. Yeah.
But that was for his comments or something.
Yeah, it was. It was. I thought Melbourne were just going to come back at one stage, but it just never happened. Just Collingwood's defensive pressure and just be able to cut that ball off and then bring it back again was pretty good.
Pretty good.
Your slingshot play was fantastic.
Yeah.
The way you would defend and then just break on a turnover was as good as it was last year when I watched this play.
I thought it was pretty impressive too. But I did notice Melbourne started to do it too, and they were gaining some good ground with it, and they were getting some good inside 50s. I think they were winning the inside 50s until halfway through the fourth quarter. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I still don't know about the inside 50 stat because the ball could land on the 50-meter arc, and that's counted as an inside 50, even though it's just comes back out.
Yeah, I did see. Was it? No, Billy Frampton was practicing some torpedoes from the centre square, so I was hoping to see one of them during the game, but I didn't.
Yeah, never seen it. They need to bring the talk back. I want to see the talk come back.
Yeah, Guinea did it last week.
Did he?
Oh, did he?
I didn't see
Guinea,
it.
not a goal, just to get it forward. He just dropped it. It was
bring
great.
the talk back.
Absolutely great. Noble, surely he won't get dropped again before grand final.
I don't think so. I think
playing too good.
Well, but he got sub a couple of weeks ago.
Did he? But was that just a management thing? Because Collingwood have been doing that.
Yeah. That was the game they lost, and he was the best player on the ground.
Yeah, it could be just a workload management thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't.
Just like
they were in the game to win, though.
Yeah. I was worried about the Dacos too. He come off as a sub halfway through the fourth quarter. I'm not sure. Someone said he got
a knee to the shin or something.
Oh, okay.
Knee to the calf, I'm pretty sure, around that area. Lower leg.
Pretty sure he might get rested next week now.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll put him in against North.
No,
yeah.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't see the point.
No.
Especially when they got the bye after the week, so that'll give them 3 weeks rest.
Give them 2 weeks, give all the midfielders 2 weeks. But then you drop a game to North and probably can't afford to do that.
No.
You're not dropping a game to North.
West Coast thought that too.
This guy going the early prayer already. We're only a week out.
Tassie's put the Moz on you.
Yeah.
Wait, is it being played in Tassie?
I
No,
don't
it's
know,
in there.
actually.
No, I don't think Colin would go down to Tassie. They're too big a draw. It'd be at Marvel, I think.
Marvel. Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
because I think we were going to go to it, but can't deal with
You's a win, Eggy.
I think so, yeah. So, but it was good. Took the girls to the game too. The girls did their first march from the AIA Stadium over. So yeah, that they loved it. So
it. Beautiful.
That
Amy
would have
really
been pretty
really
cool.
loved the game, and Addie got a bit over it at some stages. But yeah, it was good. It's a good family
Yeah,
trip.
my niece and nephew do that too. They get to
Yep.
about half time, and then can we go play? And you got to run them up and down the stairs.
Yeah.
I think it's just more they like to be out of the house and
Yeah.
you know, doing something. I'm just trying to have a look here. Clayton Oliver, you got 28 touches, 64%, but he only got 67 fantasy points. I gave 3 free kicks away. That makes sense.
Does that hit hard on the fantasy points? Does it?
It does, yeah. It's like -6 or something. So
Oh wow.
that's why not many people, when Sicily first started playing, even though he was getting a heap of touches, he would get so many free
Free
kicks
kicks
against
against,
him
yeah.
that it wasn't worth it. But
All
no, it was.
right.
I think so. It was a good win for Collingwood. Bit worried about Melbourne now.
I am. I'm
Yeah.
very worried about Melbourne. I think their
But
midfield's gone now.
they're still on 28, so that's tied for eight spot with GWS and
Yeah,
Gold
but they're
Coast.
the
So
same as that. They've got to switch it back on now.
yeah,
Hard to click it
Yeah,
back
correct. Let me put this to you guys. So you've got Fremantle. I'm going to include in this Fremantle on 30, GWS on 28, Gold Coast on 28, Melbourne on 28, Bulldogs, Hawthorn on 24, and Brisbane on 22. Who makes finals?
oh well.
on. Well, you can't listen to my ladder because I've got Collingwood dropping out of it.
Yeah,
I think at Gold Coast, GWS, and Fremantle all jump in there, and maybe Hawthorn now.
Yeah,
I
where you've
got
got
I got Freo dipping out, but well, in my deep dive section, we're going to dive into these ones teetering on the eighth.
Yeah.
all right. So I won't go too much
Well,
more
that's
into
what we're up to
that.
now. The favourite segment of the night.
Oh, are we with this? So we roll
We
straight
are.
into it.
We'll
We
roll through.
are.
I don't
Let's
have a
do it.
little wash thing for you, Eggy. I didn't
That's all right. A little wash.
didn't get any of them going. We've just got to
A little
straight into
drip.
it.
Okay. So this week on Eggy's Deep Dive, and over the next few weeks, we're going to dive into those few teams teetering on the eight. This week, I'm going to be looking into Hawthorn. 3 wins on the trot, sitting 1 game out of the 8 at the moment. Just looking at their injuries, we've got James Blunt with a knee, and he's out for the season, same as Sam Butler. We've got Mitch Lewis with a knee injury, and he's got 1 to 2 weeks to come back. Will McCabe is back injury in 1 to 2 weeks. Lloyd Meek's ankle's got a test. Jack O'Sullivan's hamstring is 1 to 2 weeks. Ethan Phillips' knee is to be confirmed. Jai Sarong's tested, so he could be back soon. And Clay Tucker's got a concussion. He should be back next week. So, but yeah, looking at that, and then looking, I think 13th of July, they got a game against Freo and Tassie. I think their only other game in Tassie is against North, and that's in round 24. That's for Hawthorn. So do you think Richmond beat Hawthorn next Saturday?
Oh, I think Hawthorn win that one.
Okay.
I think we'll win, yeah.
The only problem I've got with Hawthorn's run to the 8 is they've got the 4th worst percentage in the.
Yeah. Yep.
At the moment, that's because they started pretty ordinary.
Yeah, but it's going to be hard. They've got to make up 20 points to compete with the ones inside the 8.
Yep.
True.
And then they go over to the West and play West Coast. So, but I'm pretty sure West Coast have got a bye this weekend, so Harley Reid will be out for that game as well.
I thought Essendon got him when Reid was out.
Pardon?
Dunny was telling me Essendon got Essendon's then because Hawthorn have got the bye then. Then they play when Reid's back.
Ah, that's what it is. It's, yeah, but this is 2 weeks, so Reid will be back then.
Reid will be back then. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So who do you think wins out of that one?
They'll have Kelly back too by then, I think. So I'm going to say West Coast.
Okay.
I'm going to stick with Hawthorn.
Hawthorn. All right. Geelong Hawthorn.
I think Hawthorn
I think Hawthorn get that one too.
Yeah.
Going on form.
What about Hawthorn against Freo in Tassie?
Hawthorn get that one in Tassie.
Or
In Tassie,
depends
Hawthorn
what-
don't lose in Tassie.
Depends what Fremantle turns up, to be honest. But yeah, I'll go Hawthorn.
Yep. Then we got Hawthorn and Collingwood at the G.
I give Collingwood that.
Collingwood.
Yep. Especially after losing to them that time
But
last year.
closer, I think.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to think.
Then we got Adelaide at Hawthorn.
Adelaide at Adelaide.
Maybe Adelaide playing Hawthorn at Adelaide. Yep, my bad.
Again, it depends what Adelaide turns up.
Yeah,
I want to give that one to Hawthorn, but I think Adelaide in an upset.
I think
I think-
Rankin's back by then, and yeah.
And then Hawthorn's going to travel up to see GWS.
That depends on which GWS shows up.
So I'm going with the loss there as well.
Yeah, I think that's a loss.
Then we got Carlton and Hawthorn.
That's a loss.
I think they pushed us last year, so it wouldn't surprise me if they they did stick up.
Then we got Hawthorn v Richmond.
I think Richmond at that time of the year.
Yep. So we got 6 losses now. And then the last one, Hawthorn v North Melbourne.
That's got to be a
in
North
Tassie.
down in Tassie to stop Hawthorn making the 8.
Yeah.
Hawks.
Yeah, I'm going Hawks too.
That
So
would
that's
see
gonna-
them in the 8 then.
That would do with 5 wins.
Or it depends. Usually you need 12 wins to guarantee the 8.
Well, what would that put them on? That's 5
11.
wins.
It's 11, so they'll be teetering on the edge still, depending how we go. But so I'm gonna put this in the spreadsheet, and I'm gonna come
We're
back
going
and
to
see
work
how
it out.
Yeah, and we'll touch on it each week. Now we'll catch up on chat. Turtle's got Collingwood won 4 games, 40 plus in 2023. Essendon haven't done it once.
Yeah, but we're in 2024.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Carlton Flag has actually put Essendon probably will make the 8 unless they do a 2022 Carlton. Ooh.
That's true.
Collingwood won't miss finals. Take off the Hayden glasses, Todd. He just likes to stir the pot.
I
That's
like
what it is.
stirring, but they've got too many injuries for mine.
Yeah, they
Essendon
do.
are only 1.5 wins in the 8. One, yeah. Anyway, sorry, keep going.
Yeah. Artie's got Essendon agree won't win a final this year if they even make it. Sydney v Brisbane grand final. Oh,
The Brisbane
And-
grand final. They're 3
Yeah.
games
Ooh.
out.
and Hawks to make a run towards finals, but games against Richmond and Port game will cost us. Yeah, they will. West Coast still losing the bye without Harley.
Brisbane's a bit, that's funny, yeah. But Brisbane's a hard
Brisbane.
grand final
That's-
from there.
They gotta win like every game, but yeah, maybe we'll dive into Brisbane next week, eh?
Well, what are they? They're on 5 wins. They're actually a win behind Hawthorn.
Yeah, well, half a win because they got 5 wins and a draw.
Yeah, draw.
Yeah, half a win. Yeah. So what are they? So they're 1.5 wins outside the 8th spot because
Yeah.
GWS are 8th on 28. 2 wins below 7th. 3 wins below Collingwood in 6th. It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
It'll be very tough, Artie, for Brisbane to make it from where they are.
I think
But I think
Sydney's a good safe call there.
Yeah, I was spewing when I looked. I think 2 weeks ago that the betting had taken away from Wooden Spoon and for the grand final or the Mount Minor Premier.
yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't go them anymore? I
Nah.
gave you the minor premier at the start of the year. I think you could
Yeah,
have
I
gone
know, I know.
28 to 1 or something.
Yeah, no, but I missed that, so I was waiting for them to go out a little bit, and then
They're not going out.
no, they're still they're on 350 to win the premiership now, but yeah, you can't guarantee that. Like they are looking good, but who knows?
It's a
Comes
long
finals.
way to go for 320 though. It's a long
Yep.
320.
So looking at the bottom 8 teams, who finishes bottom 4?
The bottom 8 or the bottom 10? The bottom.
I don't
Looking at the
think. I
bottom
think
8.
Brisbane up are safe.
Yep,
Brisbane
I agree
up
with
are
that.
Safe. It depends what Adelaide show up. So it's out of Adelaide and St Kilda to make the other 2, the last
Yeah.
spot.
Or
Do you think-
yeah,
Because Richmond can get on a roll. So
I reckon Rich can get on a roll as well.
I don't think they'll make the 8. They're
They've
way
got to-
too far behind.
No, they won't make the 8, but I reckon they could come out of the bottom 4.
Yeah, but then they've
Yeah.
got to win 2.5 games without Adelaide. 3 games for St Kilda, but 2.5 games without Adelaide getting a win. Long way to
Oh.
make up.
That is.
It depends
gotta-
if Adelaide's confidence is shot, and I mean, if they've just given up, they could still definitely finish bottom 4. They might even tank a little bit to get a higher pick. You don't know. North and West Coast are definitely going to be in the bottom 4. It wouldn't surprise me to see St Kilda drop down.
I think
Yeah.
St Kilda was my call. I think
They're
Adelaide will
14th
jump
at the
above them.
moment.
I think
So then
Brisbane
it's
up
got
are safe though.
I think Brisbane are starting to play too good a footy to finish outside of the bottom. They might sneak in, but they'll probably finish between that 9th and 12th spot.
Yeah.
So then it'll be if Hawthorn can continue their run. If they don't, then they could still finish bottom four. And Dogs, they might still get found out a fair bit. We just don't know. It's hard. Close enough.
You never know. North might get a bit of confidence and win the next 10.
Yep.
I don't
Sure.
think it's going to happen, but more than possible.
Well, you just don't. You don't know. Richmond look good again, so they should snag another 4 to 6 games, I think.
But then you've got to look at the possibility of them tanking as well.
Well, yeah, they should have lost.
Yeah, well, they probably should this year. They can't go anywhere,
You guys
really.
You guys are still in contact with Reed.
Who North? Yeah, I think the whole competition's in contact with Reed.
And no one, he doesn't want to re-sign until he doesn't want to talk
he's
about it.
come home. I think he's coming home. But you can't start those talks. You know, he might fall in love over there, love it over there. Don't know.
Yeah.
He's obviously not going to sign now.
But you like if you were him, like so say the worst, like something happened, he got injured and he couldn't play anymore. Like you'd want those contracts there for your insurance, wouldn't you?
Well, if he wants to stay in the West, I'm pretty sure he'd have a. Don't want to speculate. Have to be over 1 point a year on the table for an extension now.
Because Eagles have got it too. They can offer that, and they want to re-sign him.
Yeah,
they want to start open the talks, but he won't.
I think.
What do you guys think in chat?
Turtle's got North, West Coast, Richmond, and Adelaide. Addy's got North, Spoon. Sorry, Todd. West Coast,
I
St
said
Kilda,
Spoon
Richmond.
all year.
Yeah.
The other one I want to put is what's his name? Adelaide their first draft pick. Who they tried to get from
Curtin.
West Coast? Curtin's in talks to go back home to Fremantle.
I have heard that actually. Yes,
with Fremantle, so
he could be doing
I
don't. Paul Francis.
I would recommend that because they're not playing him in Adelaide. What's the point? Like Adelaide might as well get currency for him now.
Curtin should go to Eagles. That's where he should go.
Yeah, but Eagles have got to make the trade.
Yeah,
they can. They've got mature players that they could look at boosting Adelaide because they need a couple of senior bodies.
Really?
They've got him. They could look at Jeremy McGovern off halfback because they've got no defenders.
That'll be the pull of the season, wouldn't it? Because it was either Curtin or Harley Reid. They end up with both of them.
Jeez, mate, that would be sensational. Could you imagine?
It'd be pretty funny.
Carlton Flaggers has got, apart from Sydney, season is just so close. Anyone could beat anyone, apart from North and maybe West Coast. And then Artie's got bound to the Hawks and up and coming challenger.
Yeah, they're looking good.
I think next couple of years, yes, but they still might push this year. They can't win it.
No, but I think it's a huge step up if they can make the 8.
But they're out of the rebuilding clubs, 4 or 5 of them. I'd rather be Hawthorn.
Yep.
At the moment.
Definitely. I'd rather be Hawthorn than Adelaide now.
Yeah, well, that's a rebuilding club. I've got them in the. I've got West Coast, North Melbourne, Adelaide, St. Hawthorn all one rebuilding. I think Hawthorn.
St Kilda be rebuilding though.
Oh, they've got to start one if they're not.
They're going to start with the coach, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. He's got to change his game style. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Get angry.
It's not entertaining to watch. It's like even you talk to St Kilda's supporters, they find it hard to watch.
They can't put teams because they've seen in patches what they can do.
Yeah, they've seen it. They can be good. But like when they beat Collingwood, I always go back to that game. That's the only time I've seen is when they just went leather and hell to win the game, and they look really good.
Yeah. Otherwise, they just play shit footy.
Yeah.
So it's
slowing the ball down. Yeah.
They're starting to become a team that I genuinely dislike in general.
And we've been talking about this, but you don't want to watch the games.
No.
No.
So it's not good. Next year, I think you'll find they'll have no prime time.
But they shouldn't. They don't
And
deserve
yeah,
to
I
have.
don't think they deserve to have any.
Well, I
Well,
was looking on KO. I think they even stopped putting the mini series on because it only goes for 30 seconds.
yeah.
Bit of
Hey,
comedy
30
and Eggy.
seconds is a long time, Eggy.
I know, ask my wife now.
I'm trying to see. Does anyone know what the crowd was
Oh, I can have a look.
for St Kilda Gold Coast? I'm trying to have a look through now. Anyone in chat, if you saw the crowd numbers, that would be ideal. Oh, match report. That's usually where it is, isn't it?
It'll be somewhere.
Yeah, it
Right?
might be. Yeah,
The bottom.
I had sites I was looking at.
Yep.
I'll see if I can-
17,992.
Yeah, it is. Yep,
Yep.
exactly what it is. At Marvel.
So, at
as well.
Marvel with
Let's not pick on us lower clubs that can only get 17,000. All right, there's struggling clubs. Just change the game style. That's all we needed.
well, North probably got more than that over in the
Yeah,
West.
I reckon.
Oh, West.
Well,
Well, West
yeah,
Coast
West.
have
They got
40K
40.
on their own.
Yeah, they got 43,000 there.
Yeah, see, that's huge.
Let's go down and have a look at where's North's last game.
They had the bye last week. So the week before they
Winning
got
off a
Port
bye.
Adelaide at Bluntstone. We'll just get there.
You can't
Well,
fit
that
many
only
there.
holds 10,000 there, doesn't it?
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 4,000. All right. Okay.
Yeah, but they only have room for 10,000.
Oh, so they got 50% capacity when you look at it that way.
That's
Yeah.
it. All right,
Um,
boys, let's move on. We're getting stuck on crowd talk.
Oh, we are. We've already hit the hour mark. Jeez.
Yeah, we're blowing along here. Although I think that's nearly done, isn't it?
It is
Right.
that it is done. So yeah, next week I'm going to dive into Brisbane, and then we might touch on see how Hawthorn went against Richmond.
And we'll have Moisty's Minute back next week and viewer questions, I believe.
Oh, but before we go, we've still got tipping.
yes, we
Oh,
do.
tipping, Eggy.
So we're up to $15 this week. Yeah, because it didn't go off again. But just to go through where everyone's sitting. So an honourable mention to Turtles. Turtles up in second spot. Well done, Turtle. He's I'm pretty sure like about 3 or 4 weeks ago he was down in 37th or 40th spot.
He's flying along.
Yep. I think. Oh, where's G-Wall's dropped down to 8th? She's tied with Haley.
Gunny's about 40th now.
Yeah.
He's fallen off a cliff.
Mate, I am not far ahead of him.
Yeah, I've overtaken you boys. I come off slow, but now I'm up to 14th.
Mate, I
33.
started last, I think.
No, I was doing the worst when first. I was getting like terrible, but yeah, I was overtaking you.
Oh,
Eggy was
screen's
down around
starting to bug
3rd.
up there.
And then Craigy's there at 20th. And just all Bross is down to 22nd as well. But yeah,
Yes.
I think Turtle's just flying up to the top. We got Fort Worth on top on 79 points. I haven't seen that name before, so I don't know if someone's changed their name or.
I don't know if maybe, yeah.
Yep.
Who knows? But it's still pretty close, though.
It is really close. Yeah, Turtle's only 2 points behind, and then Haley and G-Roy are only 1 point behind him, and I'm only 1 point behind them. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yep.
yeah, so basically 2nd to 10th, they're all on 76.
Flying along.
And then you got 75 from 11 to 13. So
Very close, very close.
just as close as the ladder in the AFL, mate.
That's it.
So I'm really hoping I win, so I can take the money back, and we can double it up next year. No, we'll do.
I think
something.
second place just gets it, yeah. Or we'll
We'll
do
do something. Yeah, do something. Maybe we'll.
Do you guys think we should still look at trying to do a TNT get together towards the end of the year, whether it be a round game, maybe a North Melbourne game or something? See if the viewers want to meet us there and catch up or go to a pub or something.
Don't
Yeah,
really
okay.
want to watch a North Melbourne game, but
Yeah, or maybe like a finals game at a pub or something.
yeah, I can do a finals game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that could work. Yeah, but in chat, would you guys be keen for that if we started to sort of put wheels in motion and get an idea of numbers and whatnot, or we just because last time we tried to meet somewhere we had to book, remember?
That's it. And Carlton Flaggers Taz has offered to fly you over if you want to come.
What was that? Oh,
it might be on his way over anyway if they make the grand final.
He could
this is true. This
Taz
is true.
just froze up. What?
Bloody, I was like, what are you talking about? I don't understand that aesthetically. So
Actually, what is everyone's grand final plans? Sorry, I got a frog in my throat.
grand final. I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
We'll get them a bit closer to the grand final. I
Yeah,
don't think we
yeah.
can plan
Yeah.
this far out. Oh, my stream's starting to struggle here. I think boys, are freezing.
All right. All right. That means that is time. It's clocked out at the hour mark.
Yeah, it's 1 hour and then it's given up on me.
So it's only that for.
Beautiful. Thanks for coming in, Eggy, even though you're a bit late. It's good
That's all
that you
right.
still jumped on. Moisty, great work running the stream.
Well done.
Hey,
Carlton
coming over
Flaggers,
for Western Bulldogs game. We might catch up in the city.
what round's that? That'd be good if we could try and organise that, depending on when it falls. Definitely.
We'll look into that.
Artie's keen for that, and Turtle's keen for that as well. We know Brozza and that will be keen, so we should be able to get it. Be good.
Yeah, be real
Hopefully
good.
Jolie and maybe try Craig down, maybe Jake, a few of the others as well.
Well, we were trying to do it for Carlton v Collingwood, but Taz didn't want to commit.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Got too
he's got
scared.
bigger things on the cards, but it's all right.
I do at the moment, yeah. Yep. So, but we'll know more in a couple of weeks.
Yep, we will.
Easy. All right, boys. Thank you for the show. Thank you to everyone that joined and contributed in chat. As I say every week, or we say every week, we love having you there. And
yeah, big shout out to Turtle, Artie, Carlton Flaggers, and Kelso for dropping by.
And Jolie earlier in the chat.
Earlier.
There too. Yep. So really appreciate it, guys. Appreciate all the love and support. And yeah, let's hope next week's a explosive round of footy.
Let's hope so.